Alright, haulers, hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. So, I can't see anything out of that side. That's not great. We're gonna have to, I don't know, make our way out here very carefully, because I can't actually see anything coming. Hopefully anything will stop. Ah, we're good. We just picked up a load of roof lights that are heading to, I believe it's Veliko Tarnovo, and I want to say that's Bulgaria? Forgive me if I'm wrong in that. I'm in Istanbul, Turkey right now, and it's actually my first time driving on the new, what is it, Road to the Black Sea I Need English Lessons DLC. And, oh, alright, well, I guess there's that. Not much has changed in that front. I must say, from the little bit of driving that I've done to actually come over here and pick up this trailer, this is the most I've felt out of place in terms of driving in locations I don't recognize or I'm not aware of. For whatever reason, for me at least, driving in even like the UK or in Europe in general is so much different feeling to this, and I don't know why. This whole area just has a very different vibe about it. I don't know if that light isn't for us, right? We'll make our way out here. What's this guy doing? Oh, they've got to stop for the light. That seems like a bad idea. That's like a big no-no in City Skylines. I'd imagine it's a big no-no in real life. That's weird. See what I mean? Like, it just feels so different to me, and it's... I don't know. This whole area is just very different to what I'm used to, and I don't know why. It's a much more intensive road layout, I guess. I will say the one thing that surprised me when I came into Istanbul was just the size of the road. I mean, I think it was 2 lanes in each direction, and then an additional 2 lanes that are back and forth lanes in the center of those for buses, and then an additional 2 lanes outside of that, which is kind of the main road for the street. And it's just like, I don't know how people on the other side of the street get across. Like, that's insane. I don't know. This whole place to me is very, very new territory. I've never dealt with anything like it, so do forgive me. I might honestly get lost. You never know. This is a little challenging for a dumb American like me, I guess. But nevertheless, I guess we have a toll booth. Oh, and it's kind of crappy weather too, which makes it even worse. It's not really the greatest weather to be trying to drive through here on. That's what I'm talking about. I looked at the map last minute and realized I have to turn. Wait, what? Where's this way station? Oh, is that it there? Oh, that's interesting. Alright. Well, I guess I have to go through and pull over at this way. This is a really bad location to put a way station in. That's all I'm saying. Oh my. Alright, well, we'll do that real quick. Alright, now that that's done, I do want to kind of talk about a few things today. The first is I want to kind of offer an apology. Everything this week is kind of delayed. It's been one of those weeks where mostly anything that can go wrong will, and I don't know why. Coming into the end of this last week, I started noticing little things here and there were just off, or I was just having more issues with them than usual, and kicked off the new week with just one issue after another. You know, tonight... Well, so let's start. Last week, I put up the last 2 videos that were supposed to go up on the second channel, which was Surviving the Aftermath and City Skylines Mapleton. None of those got posted. I don't know why, but YouTube decided, hey, you know what, you've scheduled these videos, but screw you, we're not actually going to post them. And on top of that, to go back in and try to edit them and do stuff, I have to go back into Classic now in YouTube Studio, because the new studio, which I think they've made it's no longer like in beta, like we're all on the new studio, I think now. A lot of the stuff that I liked about it is gone. I like the ability to be able to like add thumbnails as you're uploading and stuff like that. Like, I really like that. Well, the best thing about it now is that for whatever reason, randomly, if you go to save the details, like say I update the title on a video and I go to save the details, it will just say, oh, there was an error, retry, and it'll show this little picture of a dog that I now have a super hatred for. Just the most generic error message in the world, and just won't let me see any of my video details. Like, I can't go in and edit them until I go into classic mode. So I have, every single time I've had to go into classic, I've put it in the notes of, hey, this is broken, this is what's broken, fix it please, because it's just frustrating. It's like, oh my god, this new YouTube studio is gonna be the shit and this and that. And I was so excited for it because I was like, alright, something new. So far, it seemed to be working. I actually kind of liked it. And it's just, now that we're finally on it or whatever, or they pulled out of the beta or whatever they're doing with it, suddenly I'm having all these issues with it, and I'm just so frustrated with it. And then on top of that, I went to record some content for this week, and this is why this stuff is delayed. I recorded a Wreckfest video, and it was honestly one of the best Wreckfest videos I think I've recorded in a long time. I had a lot of fun recording it, this and that. Fucking Mini Cooper, go by me. Oh, a little bit of lag there too. Holy shit, dude, go! Oh my god. And then of course all these people are turning, but they couldn't move over at all, thanks. This is what I'm talking about. It's all the little things that are like, they eat away at you. But, it turns out, after I recorded that, I realized that the entire time I thought I was recording Wreckfest, I had actually only been recording a black screen. And the reason behind this, and I mentioned it in the video that I actually recorded after, most of you guys who've been around a while know that I work in design and stuff like that. I was actually testing out some new stream stuff that I made for somebody to make sure that it worked as it was intended to, and then forgot to switch my scenes over in OBS and forgot to switch back to my Elgato, and it just decided, hey, screw you, whatever, and just recorded a black screen the whole time. So I recorded like a 45 minutes worth of video, and it was just me talking to a black screen, which is awesome. So that sucked. That kind of killed the mood. And then I jumped into Farm Sim to start recording that, and I've got 2 hours recorded so far. This next episode is probably going to be 3 hours worth of recording. I mean, it's pretty intensive right now, especially because a lot of the tasks in Farm Sim are ones that take a pretty significant amount of time. And then just ended up giving up for the night. I got done with Farm Sim hoping that after I was done with it I'd feel better. Ended up having to wait on other people, ended up having other issues because obviously I'm not alone in this apartment, stuff like that. Had some family troubles had to deal with. And gave up for the night and proceeded to tonight try and go to record Wreckfest. And upon trying to launch the game, it started crashing on startup for whatever reason. I don't know why. We're actually going to stop for fuel here because I do kind of need it. But for whatever reason, I would start the game, and when it gets to the point where it starts loading and it shows like the loading percentages or whatever, it would... Where am I going here? Oh, left. It would just crash, and it would crash... Whoa. Jesus. I don't understand this layout. It would crash as though I was, like, hitting Alt F4. Like, it would just close out. Like, it wasn't hard crashing, it wasn't anything like that. It would just close out. And that was not great, and it took me probably 45 minutes or so of testing to fix it, and it came down to me having to remove some files and this and that, and then somehow it worked, and somehow I still had all of my save stuff, so I was able to record the episode, and honestly the episode I recorded was a lot of fun. It was pretty funny, so definitely check that out. But that was how that went, and then on top of that, outside of recording and stuff like that, I'm having a lot of issues with some of the stuff I'm working with in design and stuff like that. And so that's eating away at me too, and it's hard to, like... The toughest thing about trying to make YouTube content is that you have to be in this state of on, is what a lot of people like to call it, being on. And it's that I have to be, you know... at least mostly happy. I have to be, you know, active, and like, it's weird. You gotta be in the right mood to do it. One, to make sure that you're enjoying making the content, because obviously, you know, making content is, at least on the scale that I'm doing it, and that most people who are trying to make it on YouTube are doing it, it's like working a full-time job and not getting paid for any of it. And yes, we're making the decision to do that, but it's because that's how much we care about this stuff, and it's the effort we want to put into it. And it doesn't take away any more from the fact that it's hard work, it's a lot of work, it's a lot more time consuming than people think. And that's been a big thing. But when you have to be on anytime you're recording, it's just like, you know, whatever. It's tough. And for the kid that was nicknamed Eeyore for a long time, it's kind of tough for me to... It's a new challenge for me, honestly, because, you know, I was always the quiet... Well, at least in my group of friends in high school, like, if I was with my close friends, then it was a lot of joking, a lot of clowning around and stupid stuff, but I was a dickhead in high school. I was just a total dickhead. And, you know, there was that, but anytime I was home or doing anything with friends, I was mostly quiet. I mean, obviously, if we're having fun in the moment, then on occasion you can get pretty loud, you know, laughing or joking or whatever. But overall, I wasn't really that, you know, I didn't put myself out as much. And the people I used to drive with, I used to drive for a VTC. You guys know who I'm talking about if you've been here a while too. I used to drive for a VTC called Sea Haven Trucking as a part of the Sea Haven Logistics Group. And a few of the guys in there nicknamed me Eeyore because I always sounded depressed, which was kind of funny at first, but then it kind of brings home the fact of, you know, damn, alright, maybe I need to work on... Okay, can we... Oh, please let me in. I'm gonna have to, like, force my way in. I don't like doing that. Okay. Let me in, dude. I don't like having to do that. What the hell? Nevertheless, it's... How'd I get a speeding violation? Damn it. Oh, I'm probably not supposed to be over here, am I? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what's so confusing about it. I don't understand this. But it's trying to do YouTube this time. I've tried to make an effort to make sure that when I'm recording, I'm at least for the most part in a good mood, and I'm happy, and I'm able to make content that people enjoy watching. And the thing is part of that is also because, you know, if you guys are watching my video and I'm like sad and I'm not really like, oh, I'm not really being cheery or happy or anything like that, subconsciously you'll be able to pick up on that. And that's not, no one wants to watch that kind of stuff. I mean, that's just not fun at all. But obviously it's an added challenge, and it's this whole new mental thing to deal with. Excuse me, I had a burp there. My goodness. I got a Monster. It's part of what I'm having to do now is back to Monster because my schedule got all screwed up. Alright. I guess there's that. That was 10 out of 10 driving. It's too bad I didn't see that fully. Are you gonna go or what? Why are you reversing? What just happened? Does anyone want to explain to me what just happened? Alright, we're just gonna go here and hope no one hits me. That was... geniuses, I tell you, geniuses. But nevertheless, it's been one of those weeks, and I don't want this to sound like I'm, like, just trying to sound depressed or whatever. Like, it's been a week of all kinds of fun, so do bear with me. I'm not trying to... Is this a detour? Oh, what? Damn it. Alright, well, I guess we got a detour out and around. That's gonna be more time for me to have to deal with. Damn it, that sucks. Although I'm surprised I didn't get an error message, or not an error message, but I didn't get a message this time for it, so that's interesting. But I do also want to apologize too for being pretty quiet on socials. I've posted a little bit, but I'm just trying to like get through this week. Honestly, what I need more than anything right now is to get out from behind this desk and do something, because literally I haven't left the house except to do basic human things like getting your hair cut or, you know, whatever. Even that in weeks. So I say house, apartment, I call it both, whatever. But I most definitely need to get out of here at some point, and it actually kind of works out because I actually had one of my old high school buddies, which is weird saying that, but I mean, I had a very tight-knit group of guys I was friends with in high school. You know, not necessarily, well, it's hard to describe. We were very much four very different people with kind of common interests and stuff, but I haven't really been able to do much with them because having gone to school an hour and a half to 2 hours away means traveling almost that far now if I'm gonna go visit any of those guys. So it's obviously not a little bit of a, you know, deciding to go visit them isn't some little task. It's signing myself up for a full day of stuff, because at least I could probably make it in an hour. I mean, I could make it in a half hour if I really put the pedal down, but obviously I don't think certain people would approve of that. But, you know, 2 hours worth of driving to go hang out with friends it's a lot of driving. It's a lot of time. And when I'm so busy right now, just trying to keep this stuff going and keep the momentum up with the channel, it's obviously a little more added stress to take time away from that. And I think right now, more than anything, I need to just do that. But a buddy of mine reached out to me and offered for me to come hang out and invited me to an event that hopefully, weather permitting, I'm looking forward to in January, which I'll share more about then if it happens, because obviously I don't want to say, oh, I'm doing this, and then it not happen. I have a bad track record of doing that, and I'm not going to do that anymore if I can. But weather permitting, if it does happen, I'll be very, very excited to go to that and see what comes of it. But we'll have to see. But it's tough. At least, again, like I said, it's like having a full-time job, but not getting paid, and obviously it's time-consuming. I mean, like I was saying, I'm to the point now with Farm Sim where to record 1 half-hour episode is anywhere from 1 to 3 hours worth of work just recording, plus at least that editing, and, you know, 6 hours for one video. That's a lot, and that doesn't include, well, I would say that includes most of it. Maybe not like little things like thumbnails or whatever. Oh, we're gonna slow down here. Maybe not thumbnails and stuff like that, but that's pretty average for that type of stuff. Obviously, like, ETS2 is pretty easy because for the most part, if the way that I record now is chatting with you guys, and you know, before I would time lapse it, but now I try and do it where the trip will take us about a half an hour long, and for the most part, is that really what stop is? Durr. That's great. Can we make that our stop signs in the US, please? Just durr. I'm not trying to, like, make fun of people's languages, but honestly, that puts a smile on my face, and I appreciate it. But I lost my train of thought. The way that I do these videos is so that I can have... Goddamn. Trying to put words together right now is so, like... What is this? Is this a checkpoint? I haven't been through this thing yet. Uh-oh. Well, as I was trying to say, putting together videos, I try and do everything I can to make everything more efficient. Like, one of the things that I'm going to start doing is I want to bring back... Ooh, where are we going? Right here? Uh-oh, he doesn't look friendly. What's this? Ranger, 1 of 5. I'll have to look at whatever that is. Pull in for an inspection. We'll go to this one. Don't think it matters which one. This is interesting. I like this. This is like a full checkpoint. Do I have to stop? Total weight is 21 tons. I didn't even, like, fully stop. Where's that guy going? Did he just get pulled aside or something? Alright, so now we have to come this way. This looks like some kind of x-ray building. What is this? Oh, no, it's not an x-ray building. It's like customs? Is this customs? Yeah, this is customs. Alright, well, hopefully we're in good shape here and we have our papers and stuff. Border check. Pause, put our brakes on. Where's my brake button? There it is. Checking our documents. But, oh, awesome, alright, so we're good to go. With my content, like I said, I try and do everything in such a way... How the hell do I get out of here? I try and do everything in such a way that everything that I can sit back and say, okay, I can improve on this a little bit, make my life easier here, or, you know, whatever. Uh-oh. Please tell me I didn't just screw up. Nope, we're good. Ooh, that's gonna be tight, though. That's what she said. Alright. Oop, gotta slow down. This is an x-ray for sure. There's no way that's not an x-ray machine. Yep, called it. That's interesting. I've never seen that in here before. But I try and like make every little thing that I do as easy for me as possible in such an order that like thumbnails for me, I try and put enough effort into them to make them look good and feel good and stuff like that. But I don't put like hours worth of effort into it, I guess. The way that I do it is just throw it into my program of choice. Excuse me. And then I add everything to it. Takes me a couple of minutes, hopefully, and, you know, every thumbnail is about 10 minutes worth of work, because obviously each picture is edited, stuff like that, but I don't do any of the throwing text on it, or, you know, stuff like that outside of, like, the episode numbers, and I'm kind of considering removing episode numbers. If that's something you guys want me to keep, let me know, but, like I said, I am kind of debating on removing it, just to see. Holy crap, this facility is still going. Whoops. But, you know, things like that, anything that I can do to make my life a little easier, I try and do it in a way that doesn't compromise on the level of quality that I want in my videos, you know? I hold myself to a certain standard, and I'm not gonna try and, you know, be lazy about that, so there's a lot of work that goes into it behind the scenes to make sure I'm doing it as I need to. And anyone that's trying to start YouTube, honestly, I recommend taking the time to learn how to make things easier for yourself, because in the long run, it makes all the difference. I mean, things as simple as like when I'm cutting videos, hotkeys, using hotkeys to switch between tools makes all the difference. I'm learning it in every program I use now, and learning how to customize them now, because for the longest time I refused to. I was like, whatever, it's just 2 seconds. No, it makes a huge difference. I've actually timed it. It makes it's significant enough that I would recommend it, but obviously it's a few seconds at the most that you save each time you use a hotkey, rather than moving over, clicking on the new tool, and, you know, whatever. And obviously I use Adobe for everything I do, so there's that. But definitely just a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff that goes in behind it, so it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. But definitely, you know, whenever you see someone small like me, don't think they're small because it's a lack of trying or whatever. You know, a lot of people, it's a lot of work. And you gotta think about it too. I'm posting 10 videos a week right now. That's a lot, because let's say each one of those is, you know, 2 or 3 hours worth of work. 10 videos a week, that's 30 hours plus. And on average, I'm probably putting in at least 40 hours a week just to make videos for you guys. And that doesn't include everything I have to do outside of that in terms of making the money to put into it in the first place. You know, whether it's an outside job, whether it's design, whether it's, you know, whatever, stuff like that. So definitely not easy, but doable. Definitely doable. And you know what? It's worth putting in the work, because, like I've said before, this is what I want to do. You know, I grew up around this, and I thoroughly enjoy doing it. Oh, that's sad. I don't like seeing crosses next to the road. But, yeah. Moving on from that, I guess. we do actually, I want to ask you guys for, you know, anyone that's overseas or even in North America along with me, what are you doing for the holidays? You know, do you guys celebrate Christmas? Do you not? What do you do to celebrate? Do you celebrate other holidays? You know, stuff like that. We do actually already have our tree, which is surprising because last year it took us till literally the day before, I think, to get the freaking thing, and then it didn't get out of the house for way too long. But I want to hear what you... Woo. And there's the voice crack. Every single time I go to record, there's always the one. Gotta love it. I need to do, like, voice... Okay. First thing I need to do, English lessons. We've marked that one down. You can help support... You can help me get English lessons if you want. My Patreon is in the description below. Should I make that a tier on Patreon? What do you guys think? Make that like make that the $1 tier is English lessons or something. And yeah, like I said, I do have Patreon down there, so if you'd like to support me and, you know, help me do this, obviously, you know, you guys get to watch all this stuff for free. Any sort of ads on this video are not mine. They go to YouTube most likely, so just keep that in mind too. I'm literally doing this for nothing right now, which obviously you can't live off of nothing unless you're literally in the woods and in the Stone Age. But nevertheless, I think what I'm gonna have to do is speed up the last bit of this trip and see you guys when we get closer.
Some things I said, I don't want you to leave, so stay instead and I pay the price. In the morning we'll both be good and gone, and the world will continue moving on, but I swear that there ain't no other one. Just stay alive. And I don't mean to be the guy that wanna push you to the side. I know the line and not the lie, you know. So when I leave your shit already, you're running cycles in your head. Baby, I'm just trying to stay ahead. Oh, just stay alive. I'm not saying you got to go, but it's something you got to know. Just stay alive. Just stay alive. Just stay alive. Just stay alive. It's just something you got to know. Just stay alive.
Alright, and here we are pulling up to the entrance. What is this place called? Something Loco? Balkan Loco or something like that? I don't remember. I wonder if that means this is like a rail depot, like equivalent of rail export. Okay, buddy, I didn't even see him coming out. That was kind of scary at first. I guess I gotta go this way. Man, I must say this is probably the toughest road layout I've dealt with in a long time. It's so different to what I'm used to, and I don't know why. It's one thing after another. Alright, what we are gonna do is actually come down here and spin around and back in that way, I think. I think just for me that'll be easier. We'll watch that trailer. Yeah, it is Balkan? I don't remember. You guys are gonna have to like inform me on that one. But we'll come out here. Just like this. See if maybe we can whip it that way. Moment of truth. See if I can back this thing in. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on all that stuff. You know, always keep in mind if there's someone small like me that, you know, it might not look like there's a lot going on behind the scenes, but there's a lot more that goes on YouTube than people will ever realize in terms of behind the scenes, getting stuff done, the actual work that goes into a lot of this. I'm very much off in terms of packing this trailer in. It's not my night, I'm telling you. It's been one of those weeks. So I do apologize if I sound down for the count, but I really feel like I am right now. It's just been not good. and this is probably going to be a mess of trying to back this thing in. I'm hoping I can, like, whip it really hard. Oh my god, I can't back this trailer in to save my life tonight. What is this about? Alright, let me get this thing dropped in here and then we'll be back. Alright, well, we've pulled over here for a couple of minutes just so I can go ahead and end the video. Yeah, hopefully this next week will be better. On the up and up, again, you know, I should say too, you know, thank you guys for all the support too lately, you know, all the new subs, all the new faces, definitely appreciate y'all. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't, you know what to do. If you really, really liked it, please consider subscribing, and you can always hit the notification bell while you're down there and get notified every single time I upload. In the description below, you can find links to my Discord if you'd like to hang out with the crew, my Patreon if you'd like to support me further, and my socials, or you can find me on social media at LonghaulerGMG on Snapchat, Twitter, and Insta. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.